There are 5 specific signs dysregulated moms do that have nothing to do with bad parenting. And if you're doing even 2 of them, your body is stuck in survival mode and running your whole house. I've sat with hundreds of women in the exact pattern, and here's what it looks like, why it happens, and the body-based fix that actually works. Now, before I go into the signs, I want to explain something, because if you skip this part, the signs won't land the way that they need to. Most moms who are struggling think the problem is patience, self-control, stress management, a better morning routine. And I get it, because everything out there tells you just that. All of the books, all of the apps, all of the therapy, the breathing exercises, they all work on one thing, and that is your mind. But this problem doesn't live in your mind. It lives in your body, in your connective tissue, also known as fascia. It's in your nervous system that got stuck in survival mode and never got the message that it's finally safe to just shut down. Now, I know what you might be thinking. I'm not dysregulated. I'm just a tired mom. And I'd say yes. And also, tired moms whose bodies are stuck in survival mode look exactly like this. So let me walk you through each one. Think about a smoke detector. A good smoke detector does one job. It goes off when there's smoke, right? That's the whole point. But what happens when the sensor gets worn down? It goes off when you're making toast. It goes off when there's no smoke anywhere near it. The detector isn't broken. It's just oversensitive. It's reading a threat where there isn't actually a threat. That is your nervous system when it's dysregulated. It's doing exactly what a nervous system in survival mode is designed to do. Now, sign 1, and I want you to notice whether you recognize yourself in this. You can't come down. Something happens. Your kid has a meltdown. Your husband says something wrong. You spill the coffee, or maybe you stub your toe, and something ignites in your body. But the thing that should take 3 minutes to pass takes 3 hours. You're still replaying that same scenario at dinner. You're still clenched at bedtime, still lying awake at 11 p.m., rehashing something that happened at 9 a.m. Now, most people would call that being sensitive. And that's not what that is. Your nervous system never completed the stress cycle. It activated, got the signal that something was wrong, but it never got the signal that, hey, the threat is gone. You can now relax. So it just keeps running. Right now, notice your shoulders. Are they up near your ears? That right there is your body mid-cycle, still bracing, still waiting for the all clear that never came. It's interesting. Our body speaks our mind. So even if our mind has neatly compartmentalized those things that happen to us, our body is still holding on to them. Let's talk about sign 2. And this one catches a lot of women off guard because it looks like something else entirely. You feel fine until you don't. 0 to 60. No warning, no buildup. 1 second you're making lunch. The next second you're in a full body reaction that feels completely out of proportion to what just happened. And that's because relative to this moment, it actually is. But it's completely in proportion to everything that your body is carrying. Think of it like a phone at 2% battery. You know what I'm talking about. It looks fine, it's still on, still working, but you tap the screen one too many times and all of a sudden it freezes and shuts off. You're experiencing a battery problem. Your nervous system is running on empty. And that last tap was just the one that tipped you over. Okay, so far we've got you can't come down and you feel fine until you don't. Now, sign 3 is the one that most women miss completely because by the time they find me, this has been going on so long, it just feels normal. Sign number 3, your body is always bracing. Jaw clenched, shoulders up, belly tight, and you clench your butt, which results in a breath that won't reach past your chest. I want you to do something right now. Raise your shoulders all the way to your ears. Take a deep breath and exhale, drop them down. Now, clench your jaw super tight, breathe in and unclench your jaw. Okay, now take one breath that actually reaches down into your belly. Now notice how you feel. You might feel a little tingly, a little buzzy, maybe even feel a sense of calm. How long has it been since you did that without being told? Remember the smoke detector? Sign 3 is the detector that forgot how to turn off. Even when there's no smoke, even when the house is quiet, even when nothing is actually working, your body is always ready, braced for whatever comes next. And that constant state of ready, that's exhausting in a way that sleep doesn't fix. Sign number 4, repair feels impossible. You lose it. We all do. You snap, you say something that you regret. And instead of coming back to your kid and repairing in those 5 minutes, you spiral for 3 days. The shame takes over. You replay it over and over, catastrophize it, wonder if you've already done so much damage that can't be undone. And the spiral uses up every bit of energy you needed for the actual repair. Now, here's what I want you to understand about that. A regulated nervous system can lose it. Because again, like I said, everybody is going to get overwhelmed and snap. But a regulated nervous system is going to come back fast without the 3-day spiral. A dysregulated nervous system gets stuck in that shame loop because shame is just another form of threat. And your threat detector is already maxed out. The repair is available to you. You're capable of doing just that, but not from inside a body that's still in survival mode. Sign number 5, this is the one that's hardest to name, but I hear it from women constantly. You feel like you're watching your life from behind glass. You're there, you're physically present, you're doing all the things, but you're not inside it. You're watching yourself be a mom, watching yourself talk to your husband, moving through a day that should feel like yours, and somehow you just feel numb. That's called dissociation. And I say that not to scare you. I say it so you have a name for it. There are so many times that I would find myself on the couch scrolling through Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, doing things that I thought were important while my son was trying to get my attention. And then I snapped at him because I was trying to do work. When your nervous system gets so overloaded, it starts protecting you by turning the volume down on your own life. And you find new ways to feel safe, doom scrolling, binge eating, etc. And that's not a mental health crisis. That is a body that ran out of capacity. And it's doing the only thing that it knows how to do, which is trying to keep you safe. Okay, so let's recap what we've covered. You can't come down. You feel fine until you don't. Your body is always bracing. Repair feels impossible, and you're watching your life from behind glass. Now, if you heard yourself in even one of those, I want you to know something very important. This is not who you are. This is just what your nervous system learned. And I believe from 18 years of sitting with women in exactly the same place that what the body learned, it can also unlearn. Not through more insight, not through trying harder, but through the body itself. This is where most people get stuck because everything they've tried works on the mind. The thing that actually moves this is body-based work, specific targeted fascial release that goes into the connective tissue where all of this stuff is stored. And that's what I want to give you a taste of right now. I made something called the 3-day stress reset. It's totally free, and it's teaching you specific fascial maneuvers that will release held stress from your body. And most women feel something shift in the first day, not thinking about shifting. They actually feel it in their body. Go ahead and grab it in the description below and come back here, comment how it made you feel and what you're excited to learn moving forward. Now, let me show you what's possible on the other side of this. A Tuesday morning doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be Pinterest worthy, but it's you waking up and your body isn't already rushing or braced before your feet hit the floor. Your kid does that thing, right? Spills milk, argues about putting on shoes, and you feel a tiny flicker, but it moves through you instead of taking you over. You come back faster. The spiral is shorter. You're actually in the morning instead of watching it happen from somewhere else. That's a regulated nervous system, and that's what this work is going to provide you. And I believe you can do that. Again, go ahead and grab the 3-day stress reset. The link is in the description below, and these moves are under 15 minutes, so no excuses. Now, I want to leave you with this. You just watched an entire video about your nervous system, and if sign 4 hit you hardest, if repair is the one you're most desperate to get right, I made an entire video on exactly that. How to actually repair with your kids without spiraling for 3 days. You're already doing the hard part by showing up here, so that video is the next step. I'll see you there.